Brilliant. Now, Lobby, we just for listeners, Ozzy is not here tonight.
Oh, is he
And
well?
well, hold on. Ozzy is not well. Straight off, I just want listeners to know that. He
Okay,
probably will not be with us for the rest of the year.
okay.
Everybody goes through challenges in life. We just have to pray for him, hope
And pray
everything
for
well.
him, yes.
What I do not want is for people to be texting me or calling me, asking me, what is wrong? You know, Dominic, sorry. What is
I
wrong?
know.
I don't want that, please. Please do not ask me question. All I will say, Ozzy will not be with us, he's not well, and I'm hoping that he can get better. So in the new year, he will join us on this program because all of us, we all have to go through challenges, right, Lobby?
As we
Medical
get old,
challenge.
Sebastian, as we get older, we got to
Mm-hmm.
prepare. We got to,
Mm-hmm.
even when you're young, but
Mm-hmm.
we have to know that time is of the essence for us, and we have to do the best we can while we on Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and expect anytime, anything can happen to us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, like I said, Ozzy is having challenges now, and we will hope for the best. Can only hope. I know he's okay. I've been in touch with him every day, so I know what's happening. But what I do not want is for people to be calling or texting and asking questions because I'm
Well,
not a doctor.
you know already. You know already. People are very curious.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't make sense. What is well this? You know, Dominicans already.
I
And I
know.
do not
Well,
want anybody
is
calling
is
me.
is a natural human reaction, Sebastian.
Yeah, I
You know.
know. But yeah, well, like I say, he's not gonna be here. He's not gonna be here for probably the rest of the year with us.
Yeah. How is the
So, uh,
how is
okay, Judgment
how is
joined.
Sen how is
Good night,
Sen
good night, good
Davis,
night, good night.
Sibo?
Hold
I'm
on,
here.
Lobby.
Good night. I'm here to give critical support to my distinguished comrade Lokat Sebastian and also Louis.
Yeah, Lobby, you're making a point.
Yeah. How is our friend Sen Davis?
Boy, as you say that, I have to go up there tomorrow. I have to go up there tomorrow for sure.
If
But
you
I
see
know
him,
he's okay. Sentence is okay. Sentence is
all
okay.
right. Give
But I
him
have to go
my
up there tomorrow.
regard.
Yeah, I will. I have to go up there tomorrow for sure.
And I
Sentence,
want to
good
say
night. Good night,
good
Sentence.
night to my friend Lander. I'm happy to see him in the flesh. Very happy to see him.
Well, Blue
Thank
Brothers,
you, Lobby.
Blue
Thank you,
Brothers say,
Lobby.
Maro, my son. Just see that. Blue Blue says, Maro, my son. So
Well,
he's there.
Sibo, Lander can tell you the great days of other time, the great days growing up. Yeah, they grew up there. Great days.
Well, they live right by the gardens there. They used to live
I
right
know.
where the extramural is there. You know, you remember?
That made us
Right.
who we are.
Yeah, and you know, when I came, I was living in the hostel, so I always
Right.
used to be around there, live in the hostel. So I used to be up there. But life moves on, so rather not move. Yes, so tonight we're gonna have we have Peter Later joining us at 6:30. He's going to be talking not about music, but about table tennis. As you know, he's the president of the Table Tennis Association locally, and they have an OECS tournament starting tomorrow. So we'll have him live in studio. I think if one of the foreign people should be with him. I don't know which one, or I don't know if he's bringing one person or two people. Okay.
But
Go ahead.
Sibo,
Uh-huh.
Sibo,
Mm-hmm.
if you're hosting a tournament like that,
Mm-hmm.
you should have at least 2 or 3 members of the executive president with you. You know.
Well, I don't know who he's bringing. He told me because he can only stay with us for about 20 minutes because I think he has government band practice tonight. He says at 7:00, so he
Because-
cannot stay with us too long. He has government practice, so he will join us whenever he can. Lobby, we have a little to talk about. You know, I mean,
I know.
have you seen the release from the Police Welfare Association, Lobla? You haven't seen it, right?
No,
Well,
I heard about it.
Huh?
I heard about it.
Well, you know, what that tells us, we are in a real failed state in Dominica. If you have the police force, the association that represents policemen, have no confidence in the commissioner of police. I, for sure, have no confidence, no respect for that guy. That guy, to me, and you can't blame him alone, eh? Lobby, what I'm saying, he's directed by his bosses. Probably they're telling him whatever to do, and you can't blame him alone because the people that be behind him to push. Because to be honest, in Dominica, there's no justice in Dominica. Selective justice. The magistracy. We heard the judge 2 weeks ago putting some licks on the magistracy, and and they have selective justice. Like for instance, if people take certain people to court, probably they'll never get the day in court. It will never reach because certain people might ensure that the case is never reach in court. And it's a shame that policemen could be openly speaking about their boss like that, Ronald Lander.
Yeah, I do, as a management consultant, I do subscribe to that position. I think that the PWA should have gone into the office with the commissioner. If they get in there for a boxing match, box in the office, and come out with a unified front. To say that the commissioner is abusive in his action, there is poor leadership, and that's come from the Police Welfare Association. What does it say about Dominica and our set of security in Dominica? It's very critical. Very, very critical. And I don't know. I think the Minister of National Security will make a strong statement about that.
Well, you know, Ronald, go ahead, Lobby. You were saying?
No, just to add, to what you've been talking about, Sebastian. First of all, Sebastian, I am not surprised. I am just not surprised in terms of, confidence in our police force. So, what you have been hearing from the organization itself, there's so many things, Sibo. There's so many things we have heard about, And if look, most recently, Sebastian, this heinous crime that occurred in Soufriere, you have when you're hearing that the people have been crying for help, they have been crying for help, and nothing was done.
Yeah, but the sad thing about it, you don't even hear the authorities making any statement about that. You had the Windsor Park, the fiasco of the World Cup. Nobody has said anything. Nobody it's gone, we ain't going to discuss it. And Ronald just made a point there about the security of the state. When you have people saying that about the commissioner is supposed to be head of security, and his men are saying in local language, Ipabong, he's no good. He's no good. Look at him saying that he apparently punched a junior officer, all that sort of thing. Where are we going with that in Dominica? And I'll say again, there's selective justice because you find these guys, these policemen, arrested certain people for nonsense, have them before the court for years, have them wasting people's time, and other people did all sorts of things, never arrested nothing. And that's what I'm telling you. It's just a joke to have a guy like that as the commissioner. And as I said, but the Police Welfare Association, they themselves, because I'm sure over the years, they have known what has been going on.
But
and they have sat there and did nothing. They have sat there and done nothing, this guy.
But what Sebastian, but wasn't his name came up now for that Choksi matter now?
Well, it was his deputy. I heard it was his deputy that whose name came up. But I mean, all this kind of scandal with the Choksi thing, policemen playing the fool, and that thing has been going on. And then you see here something happening at a police station, and they're talking about they haven't got men, and then you have about 30 or 40 men in one area at night or day, all day long, all night, all sorts of policies like that. The place is just a mess, man. We have a caller on the line. Let's take the caller, Lobby. Good night.
Good evening, gentlemen. How you all doing?
Well, I'm good. I know the others are very good.
Excuse my voice, a little rough because I a little,
You've been having drinks, Lavinia?
I was just about to go and have a Hennessy and some, but I'll leave that for now.
Oh yeah, you were planning to have that tonight?
Just go and take a look with the alcohol Hennessy.
I will have to speak to Elmond. Okay, go ahead anyhow.
And some some passion fruit syrup.
Okay, I'll speak to Elmond. Go on anyhow.
He got nothing for that.
Mama. Oh, okay. All right.
Simon, you spoke earlier and I admire what you said. I was at the starting of the show. You know it can be with people questioning you. The same thing happening to me. So let's kill it like that. And Simon, I think that the people from the command, what are they calling them? The people at the police department.
Police Welfare Association.
Welfare Association. I think that was a little too late. They knew all what that was going on. I think they should have done it long time. Said it like it is long time ago. They shouldn't wait for what to happen now for them to come out and talk about it. I don't know what kind of country we run in Cebu. Number one, the man was supposed to be at his home for two months now. They put him back again for the rest of the year. All that is nonsense. And Ron, Auntie Ron, good night, darling. How you doing, Auntie Ron? Ron, if Uncle Shows was there, boy, he'd be so happy to see you on the radio there, yeah? Ron,
I look like Uncle Shosho.
Uncle Show, oh, boy, Jay. Uncle Show say, Madam, when he perceive moon black, Madam Papa, no, he perceive moon black. You can buy that? Yeah, all right. Auntie Ron.
Well, Dr. Fontaine just arrived. He just joined us. Regular member of our panel. One is there. Good night, Doc.
Very good night to you and to Ron. Ron, good to see you, man. Great to see you as well.
Yeah. Well, I just saying you were not there. Maybe you heard me about Ozzy. Ozzy's going through some serious challenges now. So, as I said, I don't want people calling. You know, Dominica, how we are. People will, what is happening, blah, blah, blah. I want people to know we all go through challenges in life. Ozzy's going through the challenges. Don't think probably he will be with us for the rest of the year on this program. Hopefully, he should be stronger and better in the new year. So we just have to give him prayers. So that's all I will say for the time being, that he's not well. And we wish him the best. I'm in touch, so I know what's going on. So that's all I want to say about it. But we were talking about the police, Doc, because we have Peter later coming soon. And the police in the state in Dominica, the selective justice that's going on, where you have now men who openly revolting against their leader, the commissioner of police. You saw the release, and it tells you the state of affairs in Dominica.
No, it's a sad day, you know, when you think about it, but it also is reflective of a very politicized, you know, police, you know, and so on. In fact, I just came from spending several hours with my lawyer, because I'm in court tomorrow on a matter, and we were just reviewing the case, and it showed that, I made 8 court appearances. I made 8 court appearances since the last year. And the case is yet to call. I'll be on appearance number 9 tomorrow. It's yet to call for a matter that happened since 2017. You know, and you know, I'm charged with obstruction. This is the case I'm going to obstruction, and I'm trying to say, but whom did I obstruct? When did I obstruct it? And these are police officers who put those charges against me. You know, so we have a police force that is highly politicized, and that is what we are reaping from it, because it's, you know, I've always maintained the police should be professional. They should be there for public safety, investigate crime, and keep away from the politics. This has not been the case in Dominica. And so we are very much reaping what it is that we've sowed all those years.
And as you mentioned the thing, in fact, what I've said, even the commissioner, he has to take blame, but behind him are people who have pushed him to the thing. Because, I mean, when you think of those charges, you and Leonard Clinton, Richard Jim, obviously, some people are behind that to push. And that is why, the problem is that certain people, it is
Sebastian,
quick to get them. 1 minute, Lobby, to
you're
get
missing
them.
one person.
Huh?
You're missing one.
Who's the one?
Isaac. It was 4 of them.
No, but this is a big, well, I spoke about that already. Wait, here's a situation. A guy is charged together with others, and he crosses the floor, and then the charge is dropped. What sort of justice is that in Dominica? And then the same policemen now are blaming their leader, and they have a lot of blame to them because they have sat there, and some of them they have been directed to do nonsense, and they have carried it out. So they have a lot of blame to take themselves. And it's just a sad situation. Let's take the caller. Yeah. Good night.
Hey, good evening, Sibo. How are you doing this evening?
Very good. And Ronald is there. Dr. Fontaine is there. Lobby is there.
Yes, I'm just taking it one at a time. I want to greet each and every one of them individually.
Okay.
Dr. Fontaine, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Great interview with Matt this afternoon. I listened to it throughout its entirety. Great interview. Lobby, how are you doing? And also Mr. Landa, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing fine. Praise God.
Great. Sibo, I always look forward to listening to your, and you know, and you've always kept us entertained, you know, with cricket and cricketing matters. But Sibo, before I move on to cricket, I hope Ozzy recovers. Well, you said challenges. I don't know what kind of challenges. You know, I'm just speculating. Probably it's health issues. So I hope he recovers and recovers quickly. You know, and so that we could have him back on air. You know, but Sibo, in terms of what you're referring to about this police. This is just a Totomakut, you know. These guys are not police officers, you know. These guys are Totomakut and Gestapo. You know, the Gestapo, these are the guys who used to guard Lenin and Stalin and all those guys, those Gestapos, and the Totomakut used to be those Haitian leaders, private police officers. So we don't have real policemen in Dominica, you know. We just have, you know, Totomakut. And it is sad to see how our country has declined, you know, and it continues to decline if we do not get these scumbags out of office, especially the leader himself, Sterritt. Sterritt does not epitomize any type of leadership. He does not characterize any type of leadership. They say they have been as a mediator between Venezuela and Guyana. I wonder what this guy is going to say. I wonder what is his role. As someone said, probably he's just there as a photo opportunity. But as you know, this guy is empty. He has nothing positive to share. You know, so I'm wondering what's his role up there. But anyway, I'm listening. Congratulations to the West Indies having won that second T20. Great stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, good victory. Yes, good victory.
But Sebastian,
It's so unfortunate at this stage in Dominica. We have so many negative social and economic indicators. It's critical. But look what's happening in the police at this point in time, where the PWA can challenge the commissioner. And a critical thing that I have about the police, when police is doing their work in Roseau, they're dressed in army outfit. That is so unfortunate. Guys have to dress appropriate. I can understand if you're going in the outskirts, in the hills, with matters, and you dress accordingly. But you are in Roseau dealing with police matters, and you dress as if you're army man. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
However, whoever is in charge of PWA should have never put out that press release. That's a matter. I'm a fundamentalist. I think that's a matter that should have been dealt with internally. If men went into office and fought with each other and cuffed each other and solved the problem in there, that matter should have not been exhibited externally. It's so unfortunate.
But what if, Ronald, they've tried and it's not going nowhere? What if?
It's so unfortunate.
We don't know.
It's not
What
good.
if
It's not good for the country.
No, you're right.
It's not good. It's very, very
but
poor.
But
And you look at other sins. Look at other programs. You look at situations with the CBI. The CBI program where Dominica is counting now for money, where the president of the United Workers' Party said that we were short by a certain amount of money. He came back and he corrected the figure. He fine-tuned the figure. We're still off by $6 billion. And the government is struggling to meet financial commitments. What's really happening there?
Well, Ronald, you work in Treasury long. You know there are a number of people who cannot get paid from the Treasury. People who have worked for the state and cannot get paid. Christmas is coming. A number of people are owed. When they go there, some people go there almost every day looking for their check. Christmas is coming, they can't get their money.
And you travel into the northern part of the country, come from the southern side, come into Maho, and you see the state of the road. Are we waiting for somebody to fall there, Simo?
Well, I spoke about that many times. This thing in Maho has been there for months now.
Since the first quarter of this year.
And nobody doing anything about it, you know. They're waiting for something, and God forbid anything happens. But I just cannot understand that.
You know, I was saying the same thing, Sibo. I saw, and I'm like, man, this thing is still there.
Months.
All these months on
And
a
nobody-
major piece of road. It's a public health hazard. As you said, anybody can fall in there. And to fix that, what does it take?
What does it take? We're supposed to have money to fix that long time.
And we have engineers here. So if there's a challenge in terms of that, if you can't, the engineers can't deal with it, get people to deal with that. Because what could happen? Somebody could be coming, and if you notice, the thing getting narrower now.
Yes.
So when you're coming down from Roseau area, and somebody might could end up below there trying. That could happen.
It's around the corner.
Boy, I just don't understand that. And this thing has been going on for months. And that is why I'm saying, Mr. Lieblein is grave now. I feel sorry for them to be calling this thing a highway. Thompson, you've traveled. Ronald, you've traveled. Lobby live in the States. I've been around the world. How can you insult the man and call this thing a highway, honestly? Call this a highway, you know. highway, you drive and holes all over the place in roads. I mean, man, give me a break.
It was done by the Chinese.
Mhm.
And every project that the Chinese have done in Dominica is an inferior project. Everyone, be the roads, be the health centers,
State House.
be the state house, all over, the state college. These guys are giving us and this is expected. We are small
look
dot
at-
in the ocean.
Look at the college.
They said they're prisoners to
Look
the
at-
work in Dominica. And now they're building an airport for us.
The
What do
college,
you
the college
expect?
is in a state of
What do you expect from those guys?
Mm.
Man, look at Dragon House, Dragon windows and doors and so on. That's the quality we want from the Chinese. Why can Mr. Ambassador, whoever you are, wherever you are, and who can communicate with you, my brother, I need you to come to Dominica and do a very good ICT project, an information and communication technology project for us in Dominica. So Dominicans can earn money from China, as opposed to what's happening in Dominica. Chinese have taken over all the commercial sector in Roseau
Correct.
with inferior goods. This is very unfortunate. And this has been accommodated by the powers that be. You see areas where you move around in Roseau where Dominicans used to be operating, and all you see now is Chinese and Haitians. And consequently, because those people don't have any need for the banking system, the commercial banking system is crumbling in Dominica. Just now we're going to have only the National Commercial Bank. And the government of Dominica is now attacking the credit unions. The consolidation of the credit unions that caused the credit unions to stay alive, and I'll be talking about that in a while. They're attacking them and taxing them. What's really happening in Dominica is very critical. We're at a very critical stage. We are not producing. And in the commercial area, we're not encouraging our people to get involved in the commercial area. We're at a very critical stage in Dominica. And in 2024, we need to repair that, or Dominica is going to get in a state where we're going to fall apart.
Well, Thompson, as an economist, that's your area. What do you make of this thing in the credit union? This law, what that was supposed to have been passed today. I don't know if it was passed.
You know, it's an attempt, a very desperate one, I should add, to get money out of the credit union, effectively imposing a tax. That's what it is. It's a tax on them. They're going to have to pay, I think, 12% on whatever the levels of incomes are. So what is going to happen effectively is that the credit union is going to have to pass that charge on to the customers,
Members.
to their members. So that would most likely mean members having to pay higher costs for loans. You know, that's the best way they're going to get it off. They're either going to get higher costs. They're going to reduce on the dividends that members get, if any. That's going to be reduced. So that's a real cost to the members. It's not a question of this money just lying there that is money to grab. So they take away from it, but it's going to impact on the members in a way. And most of these members are people probably earning $500 a month, $1,000, $1,200 a month. A lot of these is average people who want to know that they have something in a credit union somewhere. You know, you're talking about the credit union in all those villages, you know, Grand Forks credit union, Riviera Zurich, and
Collierwood, the one Collier.
you know, and these are just people who are really trying to make ends meet, who try very hard to put something in, and now they're going to be impacted. It is wrong-headed. I think that should never have happened. You know, governments will look into cut costs. If you need those revenues badly enough, cut costs and bring in the CBI, because the money is supposed to be there. You know,
Because you look at a situation where we had some guys who were forward thinking. They saw the credit union movement was under a lot of stress. Separate credit unions could not survive, and they consolidated. So you had the Central Cooperative Credit Union. You also had the National Cooperative Credit Union and the Western Cooperative Credit Union. There was the area where you could unify and consolidate to ensure the survival of the credit union movement. Because the credit unions in separate areas in Dominica could not survive. And you reach a stage now where the government is saying that if a credit union is making between 50 million and 100 million, they've got to pay $40,000 in tax every year. If they're making between 100 million and 500 million, they've got to pay $60,000 in tax every year. If you're above 500 million, your license fee is 100,000 every year. So they're saying that the bright guys in Dominica who saw that the credit union movement was failing and they consolidated for the survival of the credit union, you're now taxing them, you're now penalizing them. Who is thinking about that? Who are the people analyzing and penalizing the credit unions for consolidating for the survival? That is fundamentally wrong.
It's wrong. And it's also desperate, Rana. That's what it shows. It tells me that's a very desperate move. Desperate government that is, you know, when you're drawn in, you grab at any straw. That is what we're seeing there. It's not even a whole lot of money per se, but it's a move of desperation. They're looking at every place where they can get money to pull away, increased taxes. Already the port is overburdened. Those port charges are just out of this world. You know, people have been squeezed at the port. People have been squeezed with the VAT. You know, even on barrels coming from your family overseas, you pay. You know, so all of those things, it just shows the government is desperate.
But as you talk about barrels, something I found very wrong. You talk about barrels, but you say between the 7th. Now, you should have said that since about October, early November. As you know, you've lived in the States. To get up, it takes over 2 weeks to get a barrel here.
Exactly.
Now, by the time the guy picks it up from your home, like Scott in New York, it picks it up, it doesn't ship it till the following week. So by the time barrels will have gotten to Dominica, the 27th will have gone. And a lot of people now will have to be paying it. And I find that it's just wrong. These people are wicked. I mean, since October, you should have, or early November, come out with the policy. So people could have told the people over there, overseas, wherever, get it ready, have it sent to Dominica. But when you come out so late with that, and then people, it takes weeks to get married to Dominica.
You know, but also I think even having people pay taxes on the groceries, like the family working hard overseas to send to them. To me, that is unconscionable.
Exactly.
You know, and it's high taxes as well. It's high, you know, the values are very high.
I just find this thing.
We want to take the score.
Yeah, we have another caller. Good night.
Good night again. See about that barrel storage on the 7th of December to the 27th of December. Let's come out there. Let's pour cold water on the brutal murder of the 2 people so people will forget it and start thinking about barrel. That's exactly what Mr. Do. Look how happening in St. Kitts. The people of St. Kitts are benefiting from their CBI money. Everybody in St. Kitts benefiting, especially public servants. They're benefiting. A child from 5 to 18 years will be getting $1,000 saving from their CBI money, their passport selling. Who don't know CBI? The passport they're selling in Dominica, that's our CBI money. People are St. Kitts benefiting. Since October, St. Kitts and St. Lucia and Antigua started getting their barrels. Dominica, Starboy, stupidity say, that's all. Look at to throw cold water on the killing of these people. Bye-bye.
All right, we have
A lot of people call you blue, what I call you Luvinia. In very early stages, in the late 1980s, 1988, when Thompson Funk and myself graduated from the University of the West Indies, we used to go to St. Kitts to do work. And St. Kitts was so far behind Dominica. When we went to St. Kitts from Antigua, we had a problem to get to St. Kitts. Antigua just call them Garabman. We had a problem to get to St. Kitts. St. Kitts didn't have no Port Zante.
Well, not now, though.
The central bank was located in several buildings downtown. We had to move from one building to the other when we went to meetings in St. Kitts. And look what St. Kitts has done today with Port Zante. I see how many cruise ships there and who parked there. Everything would have packed in Port Zante. Everybody arriving in St. Kitts now goes to Bradshaw Airport. And St. Kitts doesn't have nothing to offer like Dominica.
And then we have to force
St. Kitts
to pack outside.
St. Kitts has moved so way ahead of us.
Let's take this caller. Good night. Hello?
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Good night. Hello?
Okay, we seem to have lost.
We love the caller. Yeah, I mean, you go to St. Kitts now, I spent a lot of time.
You play a lot of cricket in St. Kitts.
But not only that, when I played, after I became a selector, going to St. Kitts, I spent a month there 3 times, and I'm staying at the hotel there. I mean, Marriott. I mean, St. Kitts is a small country. You can drive around St. Kitts in 1 hours.
1 hour, there's nowhere to go in St. Kitts.
No, to be honest, there's nowhere to really go in St. Kitts. But the fact is that the economy is booming. You hear people, civil servants, going to get a whole month's salary extra. You have pensioners getting this. You have Even in St. Lucia, families are going to be getting $1,500 a month for Christmas. In Grenada, and then you have here, nothing is happening. On the contrary, they're going to be taxing things like the credit union. Instead of giving, they're taking.
Lobby wants to make a point.
Yeah, Lobby.
Yeah, Sebastian, to me, you have to understand, Sebastian. First of all, Landa spoke about the credit union. Landa, what are the people doing? Yes, the people, what are the people doing? What are they doing?
When you say which people you refer to, Lobby?
The members.
The members, you mean?
And it has to start from the board. There's a board.
Well, let me say to you, Lobby, as we spoke about the board, I spoke to a member of the board today, and he said not even a discussion, the powers that be had with them, before passing this legislation. Not calling any name, but he told me that is just a joke. So go on, Lobby.
Yeah. So Sebastian, first of all, Doc, good night.
Yes. Good night, Lobby. How are you doing?
Okay. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a small break, ad break, and then when we start back, we'll have Peter later with us. Small ad break now.
All right.
Right.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
I want a big up of Merry Christmas.
Well, if it's puff you want, you can get that and a whole heap more. Besides your favorite grocery item, ACS is giving you chances to win this Christmas. Spend $50 or more and drop your receipt with your name and number in the box provided at any ACS branch, and you can win the following. First prize, one Blackstone 36-inch stainless steel grill with cabinet. Wow. Second prize, one Blackstone 4-burner 36-inch grill with hard cover. My. Third prize, $300 worth of groceries. And 3 lucky customers will win $100 worth of groceries each. So spend less, shop at ACS, and win!
I want a big up of Merry Christmas.
Sports Wrap, your dynamic, riveting weekly sports show on Q95. The entire Caribbean is listening to Sports Wrap on the big station every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. with renowned veteran sports commentator and retired magistrate Ozzie Lewis, famous cricketer and sports analyst Lockhart Sibo Sebastian. Sports Wrap, your one-stop shop for unique, inclusive, in-depth analysis of local, regional, and international sports, bringing you the best in sports debate and up-to-the-minute information and statistics. Sports Wrap, every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. 2 exciting hours of pure, exciting sports talk. The experts are in the house. Sports Wrap, every Thursday evening, only on the big station, only on Q95. Lock it in.
Talk a little basketball. Continue, Richard. Good night, caller. Good night. Are we back? Good night.
Hello, gentlemen. Thompson. Hello, gentlemen. Good evening to you guys.
Good evening.
Yes, Sibo. Talking about St. Kitts, Sibo. You cannot compare St. Kitts with Dominica right now. But I just wanted to let you know, as soon as I arrive in St. Kitts on that ship, I asked for Luther Kelly, and he asked me to say hello to you. Was it if you he opened? He opened back in Sibo with that police boots on?
Well, I don't know about police boots. I know he opened back with me. But Lufaya, he's retired now. As you know, he's retired.
Yeah. Luther is retired. We spoke for a while, but he couldn't quite remember, who he opened. But I remember one time he opened the batting with he was in a hurry with his police boots on. I remember that, Sibo. But he couldn't
Well, I
quite
know he
remember.
opened Barbados once. They had to bring up as a replacement for somebody against Barbados. I can't remember who, but he did bad opening for me. Look for, as you know, he was this hard-hitting batsman. Look for Kelly. Hit the
Yep.
ball real hard.
Yeah.
Well, he retired now.
Yeah.
He was an umpire after he retired playing. He umpired for a while.
Yeah, I met him on the port in St. Kitts. But St. Kitts, you cannot compare Dominica and St. Kitts right now.
Since when?
There is
Since when?
absolutely no way.
Since when, my brother?
In fact,
Since when?
JetBlue is making three days into St. Kitts, 3 days a week now into St. Kitts.
Well, again, the reason, Ronald, and they asking you, since when the people, the powers that be, have allowed St. Kitts to get further ahead of us. That's what has happened. We have done nothing. The people have only been looking after themselves. That's what has happened here. Yeah, there's no
Absolutely.
development. You look at our roads, you have people talking about we have the best roads. It's a challenge driving around Dominica. You go to the east and so on. So that's what has happened. The authorities have been good. Yes.
So Dominica is a mess. Dominica is a mess, to put it like this. All right, gentlemen,
Thank you.
have a good night. Man.
Thank you, Colin.
All right.
All right.
Good night. Bye-bye.
But Sibo,
All right.
Yes, we are now joined by two distinguished three of them. Okay. Yeah, we have with us Mr. Peter Later, who is the president of the local table tennis association. And when they'll introduce themselves, the gentlemen, they'll introduce themselves when they come, because we have the OECS tournament starting in Dominica tomorrow, right, Peter?
Yes.
Well, put on your headphone, Peter. Put on your headphone. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, what I want you to do, Peter, to introduce the people that are with you now.
Good evening, people. Dominican listeners of Q95. This weekend is all about table tennis. The 2023 OECS Table Tennis Championships. I'm asking all of you to come out, support Dominica, support all the other islands, and let's make 2023 OECS Championships something grand. With me, I have Mr. Bob Ropnarain, who is the Secretary General of the CRTTA, the Caribbean Regional Table Tennis Federation, and Mr. Dane Taylor, who is a committee member of the Dominica Table Tennis Association. So
Where these gentlemen, where are they from?
Bob is from Trinidad, Dane is Dominican.
Okay. Right. So, Peter, you start tomorrow?
We start tomorrow.
Right. How many countries are taking part in this tournament?
6 countries.
Name them.
Dominica,
Mhm.
St. Lucia,
Mhm.
Grenada, Antigua, St. Vincent, St. Kitts.
Well, you have to give us the format of the
No,
competition.
I'll leave that to the tournament.
Well, tell us,
director,
give us the
tournament
format.
manager.
The format, please, sir. By the way, welcome to Q95. We have Ronald Lander, one of the co-hosts, Dr. Fountain, and Emmanuel Loblack with us as well. So we have a big. So tell us what's happening.
Big number in a small room.
Yeah.
First of all, it's my pleasure to be here.
can you speak up?
He's asking you to speak up because he's not hearing you clearly.
I'm not hearing you.
To be here and to work with the Dominican Table Tennis Association for this OECS championship. It's been some time since they had one, and I was invited as I'm the competition manager for the Caribbean and Pan America. I've been running many big championships, and it is the wish of the Caribbean Federation, of which I'm secretary also, to take the sport not only on the table but off the table to another level. We cannot go on the table if we are not going off the table. You see, because in many islands that we have in the Caribbean, the reason why the game has died is because of administrative problems. Not the players. The players always want to play. So I'm here, and you ask about the format. We will begin tomorrow with team events. We intend to start and finish the team events.
Where?
This is at Massac.
Yeah, the Massac indoors.
On Saturday, we will have the doubles, mixed doubles, men's doubles, women's doubles. We start and intend to finish. And on Sunday, the singles. Again, to start and finish. The tournament ends on Sunday.
Okay.
Yes?
Right. Yeah. So what time do you start tomorrow?
10.
10 o'clock. And
Yes.
you go until night time?
We should finish about 7:45 tomorrow.
How many
Go ahead, Nobby, ask your question.
Yeah. How many games that will be going on at the same time?
4 tables, matches running concurrently, one after the other, like clockwork.
And you look at the place, there's enough space for everything put down there?
Yes, there is enough space.
Okay.
So this is the competition was held where last year?
Oh, I don't think there was one last year.
So
The last time that competition was held was 2013 in
okay.
September in St. Lucia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's good. So the idea now is to have it on a yearly
Well,
basis
I
going
guess
forward.
we, as the associations in the OECS, we have to make that decision.
Yes. I was in charge of the one in 2010 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
That's the last time you had one?
That's the last one. I did one. I
The last one
worked
was
with them. Yeah. But
2013.
2013 was the last
My
one.
St. Lucia.
goodness. So what has happened all that time?
Peter, you answer that.
Well,
Another
I'll
question.
said maybe poor management of table tennis, you know.
No, don't say Bob said that. I maybe implied it.
So I'm
You have a
hoping now that
question?
it's not going to
I
be
keep out of the
a
politics.
one-off thing that you start back and then you stop again.
Well,
So
no.
you're going to have to continue.
Well,
No,
Dominica started, so
Yes.
our next country will take it next year. And we'll go
One of the
ahead.
conditions in my early discussion with Peter is that I asked for and insisted that not only would I want to come and do the competition as we do the Caribbean Championships, the World Qualifiers, all of these things, the same standards of tournament procedure and the administrative requirements. But I asked and I insisted, and he did like the idea, and it happened today. I wanted to do a workshop with your people, the officials, about the new rules of the game, bring them up to speed with what's happening in the world, and the tournament procedures. How do you do a draw? How do you conduct the draw? How do you do the seedings? What's the process in terms of looking at the racket and the equipment, everything? I did 2 PowerPoint presentations and had a little workshop, a hands-on workshop. Was disappointed though because only 5 attended. You know,
Only 5 people attending?
yeah, I was, but you know, it's a working day, and I don't know, but I was hoping to have some more. You know,
But Peter, who initiated that? How were you able to pull that through, get that thing back on after so long? Tell us, man.
no sleep.
Well,
This is not playing music here, a keyboard, right? Oh, you
well, to be honest with you, Sibo, I work.
I know that, right?
I'm the bandmaster of the government band.
I know that,
I'm the
right?
leader of Swinging Stars,
Correct.
and nothing is as challenging
After
as that. I have never written so many letters in my life. You know, if I knew that's what sports entailed, I wonder. But I'm here, and I accept the challenge, and we are going through. And for us, Dominica, to pull off this OCS, I think it's a great achievement for us. I think we're going to pull it off at a very high level. We just went down to the venue. The venue looks good. The venue is ready to go. If in 5 minutes you say, let's have it, the venue is ready.
Really.
You know,
This is great, and I really thank you for this sacrifice and this effort. That's the only way we're gonna get this uplifted. But tell us a little bit about the people who will be taking part, the table tennis players that are representing Dominica.
okay, so for Dominica, for the male team, we have 2 male teams. The first team is Edgar Berridge, Juanito Aaron, Jalil Lewis, and Collins Abraham. The second team is Malkija Ogis, Giovanni Robinson, Javon Prince, and Mervyn Mingo. Yeah.
Okay,
So
excellent.
the first team is an
Mhm.
older team, second team
Yeah,
very
that's
young,
it.
you know.
And do we have any female competitors?
Female competitors, team A, we have
One team.
oh, I'm sorry, we have one team.
For the
One team for females, but we have some more playing in the open singles. So the team is Sandra Joseph, Jem Ilwa, Larissa Dover, and Shadia Seaman. And then we have Ellis Charles playing in the singles.
in terms of sponsorship, Peter, have you got any local sponsors?
If I've got local sponsors,
Well, you can go ahead and say it.
the Dominica Table Tennis Association can say we were well supported
Right.
for this tournament.
Bye.
I cannot say we're going to do it easily, but it is going to work. Huh?
By whom?
Yeah, he's going to give us the list.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, I never walk without my list. The government of Dominica, Sports Division, the Ministry of Sports, thank you very much. Dominica Olympic Committee, the Dominica Lotteries Commission, Big Edge, Archipelago Trading, Maxwell Trading, Swinging Stars Band, TK International, Signal Band, Fine Foods Inc., Rudolph Thomas, Victor Alfred, the Dominica Football Association, Stephen Isidore, Matthews Brokerage, the Dominica Calypso Association, Damian Serendo, Duncan Stu, HHV Research, Josephine Gabriel, Malcolm Stevens, Deepex, Campbell's, DDA, Melissa Poponskerry.
Well, I see you are top class sponsor here.
That's what I have to say.
You call it the cream of the crop, the cream of the crop in Dominica.
I wonder if you could get these people to come live Trinidad.
Well, I can tell you the cream of the crop he has there.
No, the cream of who cares? The cream of who cares for table 10.
Sebastian, I have a question there.
And that you were
No,
able to
but
do that.
that was hard work. That was hard work.
I can imagine.
I have a question.
Go on, Lobby. He has a question. Go ahead, Lobby.
Yes, I have a question, Sebastian, and a concern about the table tennis taking place in Dominica. I just have a concern.
What's
Mr.
saying they listen to you?
Yes, Mr. President, I would have been happy, very happy if you had a local tournament, because this individual said about he wanted to have a workshop dealing with the new rules. And I think it would have been better to have a national competition and prepare yourself for next year. All right, because when I heard about OECS tournament, I've been asking whether we have had a national champion, who's the national champion. And it's very, very important to, I'm going to say, yes, we have this thing taking place, but I find to myself, there should have been a national championship to prepare the athletes.
Okay, so Lobby, I'm going to tell you, there are ways people do things, the norm, but sometimes to make things work, maybe you have to go outside the norm. Now, the Dominica Table Tennis Association, we have had tournaments. They will be maybe not national tournaments. And maybe that's why the OECS hasn't taken place in 10 years. I guess every country is waiting to get the perfect team, everything perfect before they do that. So the interest to us wasn't the best, even in having the small tournaments. So we tried our best to have this OECS, and trust me, by having this OECS, the kind of response we were getting for the last 2 months in terms of training interest, I can say from now on, table tennis has grown and is going to continue to grow. So there are sometimes we have to take chances to do things, to make things happen. We can't wait to get the perfect before we decide to do.
So
Let's
where
do
will
to
they be
get the
training?
perfect.
Where the local players are training? Where the
Okay,
venues
well-
we have for training?
Good evening, Mr. Loblack. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're looking good. You're looking good.
As usual.
Yes, Mr. Loblack. Well, as you know, with table tennis, we are not like the other disciplines.
I know.
We need a location, and that has been hard to come by. So we haven't been able to basically have a national training location where you can bring everybody in and have them prepare for tournaments. So we like Mr. Later said, we had to work outside the box and choose different locations in Portsmouth, in Marigot, in Roseau, and do it in zones for the persons from around the area. Now, I know back in your time, or Mr. Sebastian time, you had Guyton Seaman, you had later down Brett Stevens and those other guys, but that concentration was in Roseau. What you found happening after they moved away, the sport died.
No, but the venues, you had venues where you could go and have enough guys at venues. to play.
Nice. So, but then the culture has changed. The culture has shifted. We now compete in sports where athletics, football, volleyball, and they're more attractive right now than table tennis.
But
Because
some of the top, some of the top tennis players before played football and cricket and even basketball.
which is correct. But they could go to the police station and play. They could go to the fire station and play. No, that is not possible. So it has changed. So as a result of that, we had to adapt. No, we had the alias facets for a number of times, but then again, the logistics to get players to come in and the money to take, we don't have this. We don't have access to funds for that. So therefore, we had to decentralize the sport. Send boards to Marigot, send boards to Portsmouth, send boards to different areas in Dominica. That's the only way we could do it. Now I hear you complaining about the the lack of a national championship. Anybody can come on any given day and win a tournament. That does not reflect the quality of the players.
No, it's good to have a national champion.
What you need is regular competition and structured training.
Yeah,
The
but,
tournament
but
to
I
come
just know,
after.
but you need to be a champion. I want to be a national champion.
which is fine, and that will come in its time.
No, it's very
But,
important, brother.
For example, of all the teams coming in to play the OACS are young players.
No, you always have young players playing.
No, I'm saying that even St. Lucia champions, the past OACS champions, they are here as coaches. The young teams are playing. So look at our team. We still have Juanito Aaron. We still have Edgar Berridge. And those guys have been around for quite a while.
I know.
So, I mean, everybody wants to win. Everybody should win, but it's sports. Everybody cannot get a medal. But what it's going to do for us now in Massac is that they're going to bring attention to table tennis. The people in Massac are excited because they see the players play and they want to learn how to play. So look now, if from this tournament that we are able to establish a location where okay, Mondays to Saturdays, there's table tennis there. Without a doubt, by the time the national championship comes around, it will be bigger than the OECS.
Are you guys planning to have a home for table tennis, Peter?
Actually, we have boards at Alliance Parcels. We pay rent to the Alliance Parcels. So, but the thing is, we very often we compete with other activities happening there. So not every time we want to train, we can do it. But we have been playing there.
But Sibo,
yeah,
we play the two boards and we play.
Okay.
Some of the problems I know. For example, years ago, the St. George's Hall was a key venue for table tennis. You had, for example, St. Mary's Academy utilized the place, and they had a number of players that came from St. Mary's Academy. But because of what happened, there's a church now, right? Because of the cathedral was destroyed by Maria. So that itself had put a blow on the game itself. Because
well, anyway, Peter has to go. I remember when I spoke to him this morning.
Yeah,
we have band practice tonight.
Yeah.
Government, it's Christmas time. They have to go on the road.
Yeah,
so we let them to the final comments. I don't want to too long.
I think before he goes, I must say it's a good initiative to get table tennis going again in Dominica. It's very good because table tennis is a very technical game. What I want to know, because the Chinese are so involved in table tennis, that's the sport that they play. Do we have any Chinese involvement in this competition?
I mean, all the boards we're using for the tournament came from the Chinese. I don't know if you remember 2 years ago, the Chinese gave Melissa 21 boards. Well, Melissa
gave it to Dominic or Melissa.
No, well. So Melissa got the 21 boards. Melissa gave us 2 boards, and she gave us another 2 boards for us to accommodate us for this tournament. The boards in Portsmouth are from Melissa. The boards in Marigot, So she did what she had to do for the sport.
But in this vein, though, probably you can get them to probably loan a coach or something at some point to help, given their very high levels in this.
Yes,
it might be something.
Actually, we did approach the Chinese, but they said everything we do, just let them know, and they put it in the next budget.
Okay.
Just come to them and they do it one time.
It would be nice to get a coach to come down.
But yes, there is a Chinese who comes to play for us very, very often.
What about you, Peter? Do you play? You have a good backhand or forehand?
I compare the top level here, man. I'm just too old to try to make
a young man like you. Young man. Sir, your final comments, please, sir.
Yes. Yeah. There are just 2 things I want to say. One, piggybacking on the comment Mr. Leblanc would have made. I think yes. Now that you have this championship, you have an upsurge in the momentum. Maybe by February, try to capitalize on the momentum. Don't let it die away. And try to have that championship. If not a senior national championship, have something for the juniors. Have something so that they can play towards. Because as it is rightly said, if I have a chance to be a national champion, I want to train more. You have an upsurge in momentum. Don't lose that momentum. The second thing is, Peter is another example of what I am in terms of how did we get where we are. We're not special people. We're not gifted. We don't have more money than anybody else. But I say this to many people who ask me, And from what I've seen of Peter, he's cut from the same cloth. My answer to people, they say, but how did you reach this far? I said, when you were asleep, I was awake. And that's simple. You have to burn the midnight oil, and we are making the sacrifices of our health, our family life, our time, and spending a lot of our own money. I'm sure he's doing it just to make things happen. We need more martyrs like that. Yes, and you don't get them anymore because everything is money. You know?
There might be a caller, maybe for you guys. So
Yes.
hold on, let me see.
Yes,
Good
caller,
night,
go
caller.
ahead.
Is it Indian Indian?
Say it again.
Is it Indian?
Yes.
Well, yeah, a Trinidadian. Yeah.
Indian.
You have a question for them, Muko? You have a question? Peter, later.
I just want to know who is this fellow? Is it Indian?
I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, Secretary of the Caribbean Table Tennis Federation.
All right, we have that.
Okay. That's it, Muko?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, Peter, thank you
Yeah,
very
well,
much.
thanks, man.
I will
See you
be in
for
touch with you
having
again,
us
okay?
Thank you for having me here.
Thank
Hey,
you.
come out this weekend, Friday to Sunday. Support table tennis, support Dominica, support all the other OECS countries.
Do people have to pay to go in? If you have fee?
A small stipend of $5.
Okay. All right. Peter. So, you start tomorrow at what time?
10 o'clock in the morning.
And then you go until what time every day?
About 7:38.
Every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Correct.
It culminates on Sunday evening.
Yes.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Nice having you guys.
Sunday we should finish about 4.
Okay. So, Peter, you going to play the music for the guys?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, he has to.
You
I
have to
asked
play
for
music.
that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice having you guys. Nice interaction. Yeah, man. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Thank you. And you know, while we're there, I just want to say good night to the guys on the blue block in St. Joan. They say they always live it. And listen, bless Elise and the guys. The blue block, well, Tom, so you know what I mean when I say the blue block.
Yes.
They always listen every Thursday night. They say they don't miss it. They gather there, St. Joe, and things. So, what's a nice thing, and table tennis more or less has.
You know, very happy to see that. Very happy to see the work that Peter and his committee is put in. Because that's what it takes. It takes a level of commitment, you know, from the organizer. And I'm very happy to see the kind of work that Peter and Ben and the others are doing, you know, towards
nice.
ensuring that it happens.
What do you say, Lobby?
Yeah, Sebastian, whenever I hear about regional competition at home, it sent me back to where we were years ago. We always used to have national competition. It's good to go. People need to know, because for people to support this OECS thing, they know that there's a national champion. There are players who you can't go inside, who are the players. You need to know who. People go there, and support. Look at boxing. We had I ask you, what's happening to boxing? We had this big tournament recently. What has happened to boxing? Money was spent.
That's one thing. Small diversion, Lobby Runner. So somebody just said, just confirm in St. Lucia, the barrel concession is from November the 1st to February 28th, 2024.
Yeah.
So the barrel concession in St. Lucia is from November the 1st to February. And that's what I'm saying. You have to give people time. You cannot have a concert on December the 7th because it takes a couple of weeks for the barrels to get here. So I just find it's a bit of a joke what has happened. Lobby, go ahead.
Lobby, I appreciate the point you're making, but it's very good when local people can try to resuscitate a particular sport. Peter Later and his
I know it's not easy because I know.
Not easy, but you're correct. We should have a local competition and know our champions and take it from there. But if they can resuscitate in that way, bringing people from all over the Caribbean to play in Dominica, it can help us to get the game going again, and more importantly, to stimulate economic activity.
But Landa,
I would like to see the same thing being done in hardcore tennis.
Yeah.
Hardcore tennis has just disappeared from Dominica. look at High Street, where we were on High Street. Parking lot. It's so unfortunate how sports is deteriorating all over the place. You spoke some time ago about Pottersville, Lobby.
You're right.
And what's happening in Pottersville? The only playing field we have in the Roseau environs.
Of course.
What's happening to it? The Chinese are paving it.
What I'm saying
They
again.
are paved it, not paving it, still they are paved it.
But what are my concern, Landa? What are the sportsmen doing? What are they doing?
Well, I'll tell you what. I spoke to Reynolds. You know Ronald. You know Reynolds from Portersville, right?
Of course.
So I knew he was in shadow. He said to me, the authorities have said to him, he no longer lives in Portersville, so he cannot make representation for Portersville people. That's what he said to me. So they say he no longer lives in Portersville. So they look for all kind of fancy excuses to do their foolishness. Yeah.
But
we're going to be contacting David Johnson in a while. He's the Assistant Secretary Treasurer of the Dominica Cricket Association. As you know, Lobby, they have this T10 going on.
That's not my bag.
Well, I know, but it's going on, and we haven't got a choice. It's sports, and that's what happens every day at the Windsor Park. Every day.
Sebastian, you know, it's true. But
we have a couple of callers. We can take them. Say again, Lobby.
No, before the cricket, I was with Landa on the table tennis. This
Hold on, we have a caller, Lobby. Hold on a minute. Good night, caller. Hello. Good evening. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. How are we doing this evening?
We're very good.
People,
yes, sir.
Want to ask you, man, are you okay?
Well, as I said earlier on tonight, Ozzy has some challenges. He won't probably not be with us for the rest of the year. Hopefully in the new year, he should be strong enough to come back. But he's not well.
Good.
He's not well.
I'm wishing Ozzy well, man. Ozzy is a man who have lots of fans, and I'm one of them.
Right.
I listen to you guys all the time.
Yes.
But I realized he wasn't there last week.
Well, that's why I addressed it early. I addressed it early before we started. Because like I said, I wanted to let people know. So I addressed it early tonight. Yeah. Go on.
All right. What I want to say, every time I listen to people talk in Dominica, I don't think a lot of us realize or come to the realization of the situation in the country. Because I keep hearing Luby talking about what used to be. Yes, it was great, it was good. But Luby, here's the thing. The people in charge of giving incentives, like the partner just left there, little brother who just left there, he said he got a little help from the government as sponsor, and he get a few tables from Melissa, which was funny when my boy said, did he give it to the table tennis people, or gave it to Dominica? But anyway, the problem is we need to understand what's taking place, and it's not the citizens that's killing sports. The sports need money. The government needs to inject money in the sporting business. Simple as that.
Agreed. We'll take your point. Agreed. They should. Yes, Lobby, you're going to say something.
Yeah,
Thank you, caller.
Don't forget that, Sebastian, this first division usually organize this school tournament, both primary and secondary school.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what happened afterwards. You know, where the players going, what happened afterwards? Because you had a core of players, of young players involved in table tennis. I just can't understand it at all.
Well, that's what I was saying. Even learn tennis now. You don't even know where people playing tennis. You don't even know now. They used to play down in DCP at one point. Yeah, but now tennis is not a sport where you hear people playing. So that's something else. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we have on the line with us David Johnson, the Assistant Secretary Treasurer of the Cricket Association. I think he's on live. He's on live with us. Good night, David Johnson.
Yes, good night, Mr. Sebastian.
How are you? We have Ronald Landa here. Dr. Fontaine is also here. And Lobby is here, right? So you have to give the country information now. You are the Assistant Secretary Treasurer. First of all, the matches today, I know Ali Kafan has played today.
Yes.
The 2 matches they played today. Tell us who won today.
Yeah, Ali played today and also
Kavin played today as well. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just want to give an update on the current Dream 11 tournament, which is in our 4th edition.
Mm-hmm.
And today, make it day 6 of the competition so far, and then we completed actually 12 matches so far. Mm-hmm. We actually started on the 9th of December, and today is day 6, and we completed 12 matches. We had 2 matches on today. Mm-hmm. We had the Sari Sunrisers versus the Indian River Roars, and we all know that that include the likes of Okay, all right. Hold on, please.
Yeah, hold on. We're holding on. We're
Yeah.
listening to you. Go on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sorry Sunrisers versus the Indian River Roars. And we all, as I told you, that include the likes of Kavi Watch, our nature boy, which he just concluded the tour of South Africa with the West Indies team versus South Africa A.
Mm-hmm.
And in that match, Sari Sunrisers won by 6 wickets. And Indian River Roars, actually they won the toss and they decided to bat. And I just have to give the scores that it wasn't a pretty good match in terms of the scores, but in the River Roars will make only 50 for 9 in 10 overs. Yeah, and in that 50, you had Tash Tavernier, who is actually based in Barbados and attending you. He scored 24 in 16. And in the bowling for Sari, we had Krishaki John Unlis. He had 2 for 4 in 2 overs, and Kofi James, the win and Leeward Islands first class player, he had 2 overs, 2 for 5. Yeah, and in reply, the Sari Sunrisers, due to the conditions of the pitch, which a lot of people, players say that they wasn't favorable, but they're able to pull off this match, and they make 52 for 4 in 8.5 overs. In that 52, we had Dion Burton. He had a 19 of 16 balls. Yeah, so in that match, we have the Sari Sunrisers. They won by 6 wickets. Mm-hmm. And we had another match today, which we all know, which involved, Ali Kapanaz. We all know our ambassador, one of our ambassadors. In that match, we had the Barina Oti Warriors versus the Champion Reef Divers. Barina Oti Warriors, they won the toss and they decided to bat. To field, actually, sorry. In the innings of Champion Reef Divers, we had the Dylan Douglas. That's Dylan, the one of opposite base players. He's actually from St. Vincent. He represents the Windward Islands. And he had 48 in 22 balls. And you had Alec Apenaz, our local hero. He had 27 in 16 balls with 3 fours and 2 sixes. And you had Dylan Douglas is 3 fours and 4 sixes. And you had Jackson Alexander with 16 out of 16 balls. In the bowling for Warriors, we have Gillan Tyson and Jamie James, and Cameron Hamilton had 1 wicket each. Into bat, the Warriors comfortably had a victory. They scored 94 for 4. And in that inning, we had Stephen Nitram from St. Lucia. He had a good inning. He had 40 runs from 16 balls with 3 fours and 4 sixes. And also contributing, we had John L. Eugene, also from St. Lucia, the son of John Eugene. He had 24 of 12 balls. We have 2 fours and 2 sixes. And we have contribution from Mervyn Martin, 12 not out, and Keelan Tyson, 12 not out. So you had that second match, and the Barina Oti Warriors, they won by 6 wickets.
Let me ask you, are there any unbeaten teams in the tournament thus far?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any unbeaten teams in the tournament so far?
Oh yeah, we have only one unbeaten team. That is the Barina Oti Warriors. They played 4 matches out and they won 4.
That's the team of Gian Benjamin, right?
Yeah, that's a team captained by Gian Benjamin.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And in terms of points, tell us the top 4 so far.
In terms of the point standing?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have the Barina Oti Warriors. They had 4 out of 4 with 16 points. We have the Champion Reef Divers, captained by Ali Kapanaz, played 4 matches, won 3, lost 1 with 12 points. And we have the Sari Sunrisers, captained by Tyrone Piofield. He played 4 matches, 2 wins and 2 losses with 8 points. And in 4th place, we have the Valley Hikers, captained by Desmond Maloney. Yeah, they played 4 matches, 2 wins and 2 losses with 8 points. And they have Tito Gold Splashers and Royals have 4 points and 0 points respectively. So we have the Barrier Warriors on top with 16 points.
Yeah, in terms of runs, the leading run getters, who are the top 3? Can you tell that to us?
Yeah, we have the top in terms of the batting stats. We have Stephen Nitram from St. Lucia. He have 123 runs. We have a high score of 40, an average of 41, strike rate of 246. In second, we have Kofi James from the Leeward Islands, the first class player. He have 88 runs, high score of 39, average 22, and a strike rate of 204.65. And third place, we have Cheyenne Bradford from Barbados. I think most of the family with that name from Barbados.
Cheyenne Bradford, actually.
Cheyenne
I know him
Bradford,
while
actually.
selector on the 19.
Yeah. 83 runs. With 38 not out to his highest score, average 41.5, strike rate 207.5. Yeah, that's the top three.
And in terms of bowling now?
In terms of the bowling, we have Amal Hamilton, our local boy. He has 8 wickets. And behind him, second is Richard Williams from Barbados with 7 wickets. And Kirchaski, John Reese, Lex Maglan, Kirtley, and Slim have 5 wickets each.
Okay. The matches for this weekend. Can you give us the matches for this weekend? Starting from tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, I just want to, as I'm online, just want to encourage our local fans to come down to the Windsor Park. A very exciting tournament so far. And we are pleased to announce that the tournament is going really, really good for us, and the fans are enjoying it. Tomorrow, we have 2 matches on. We have at 12 p.m. we have the Champagne Reef Divers, which will feature Alec, we all know, and against the Titigo Splashers at 12 p.m. And the second match, we have the Valley Hikers. This is the Saritari Sunrisers at 2:30 p.m. And on Saturday, at 12 p.m., we have the Indian River Rowers versus the Barana Ote Warriors at 12 p.m. And the second match on Saturday, Champagne Reef Divers versus the Saritari Sunrisers at 2:30 p.m. And on Sunday, we have the Valley Hikers versus the Indian River Rowers at 12 p.m. And at 2:30 p.m., Champagne Reef Divers again plays the Valley Hikers. That's on Sunday. So we have a lot of good cricket coming up. Tomorrow 2, Saturday 2, Sunday 2.
Okay, let's switch a while. The Dominica team on the 15 team is in St. Vincent now. They played 2 matches. Can you have the scores? I know they lost 1 and 1-1. Can you tell us?
Yes, actually, Dominica is currently on the 15th, currently in St. Vincent, taking part in the Windward Islands under 15 tournament. In the first match, I think they played. They played actually St. Vincent, and Dominica won that match by 8 wickets. And that match was played at the Park Hill in St. Vincent, and Dominica won the toss and up to field, and they bowled out St. Vincent for 45 runs. Yeah, all out in 19.1 overs. In that, I'm batting. We have Dolan Reese with 14 runs, Cody Slater with 7 runs, and the Delroy Tittle with 6 runs. In bowling for Dominica, we have Dylan John with 6 overs, 3 for 8. Jeshuan Joseph, 6 overs, 3 for 18. And we have Aiden Burton, 1.1 overs, 2 wickets for 1 run.
In the second match now, tell us against St. Lucia, I think, or Grenada. Which one?
Excuse me?
The second match today or yesterday they played. Was it Grenada or St. Lucia they played yesterday?
They played Dominica, and they played Grenada actually in the second match.
Right.
Yeah, they played Grenada in
the scores?
They lost the second match by 4 wickets.
You have the scores? Do you have the scores of that match?
Yes, we have the score. We have Dominica, the got bowled out for 104 in 31.5 overs. Yeah, and in that inning, we had Aiden Burton, he had 28 of 64 balls, and we had Ushino Fountain, 21 of 41 balls. And we had in that bowling, we had Aravinda Bishop, he had 4 for 23, and there's Ron Mitchell, he had 2 for 12. And Jelani George, he had 2 for 36. In the bat, we had Grenada, they made 105 for, you see, 105 for 105 runs, yeah, in 35.4 overs. I'm just trying to get the scores there, 105 for 4.
Right.
Yeah, 105 for 6 actually in 35.4 overs. And you have, let me get the scores right there for you guys. We have Rakim Charles with 24, 78 balls. We have Jamie Wickham with 27 from 33 balls. And Desmond Mitchell with 21 from 28 balls. And in the bowling for Dominica, we had Aiden Burton with 3 for 23 of 9 overs. We had Liam Davis with 2 for 23 of 7 overs. And we have Dylan John 1 for 12 of 6 overs. So Dominica going down by 4 wickets in the second match.
Okay. Right. Thank you, brother. Thanks for that, keeping us up to date with the scores of the T10 and the under 15. And as you said, we want to encourage people, go to Windsor Park and watch the T10. Yes, Linda, you want to ask a question?
Yes. How long is the competition going on for? When do you intend to finish the competition?
That's the T10 competition?
Yes, the T10.
Yeah, it runs until December 23rd.
December 21st.
A shopping day, right?
Yeah. The final will be on December 23rd.
Okay. Because we're going to have a program on Thursday, although we're going to be featuring prize giving. But it's very good if we could get some of the outstanding players, especially Afanez and Hodge and any outstanding player, but we can feature on the program. It will be very, very good if you can arrange that.
Okay. I'll have to pass on the information to the board so they can know about that, especially the coordinator.
Yes.
So we can have that organized.
Yes, please. Another thing I would like you to work with your board on is how can we feature in between games our outstanding cricketers of the past. You've got on certain stands names of certain players who were very outstanding in the past. We can do a brief feature on them. We have certain players who are not on the stands like Lockhart Sebastian, which we can do a feature on in between the games, or we can feature those outstanding players. Because historically, Dominica had a rich cricketing culture. And I'm very happy that you've started the T10 with all the energy, with all the enthusiasm. You take that across to the other forms of cricket in Dominica to build cricket where it was before in Dominica in the Botanical Gardens. I look at the game today, the game today in Grenada, and I saw the crowd in Grenada. If that game was being played in Dominica, the stadium would have been filled to capacity.
There's no crowd today. There's no crowd in Grenada.
We have a rich cricketing culture. And what you've started in the T10, you've got to build the momentum. And we are prepared on Sports Wrap to assist you in building the momentum. To Evan Chillingford, Grayson, Norbert Phillip, Clem John, La Roque, David Defoe, Zamor, Laura, Sebastian, Kentish. We want to bring back that rich cricketing culture to Dominica. And we're prepared to help you, my brother.
Yeah, okay. Order. Good night. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Gentlemen, before we go, last week, Friday, 2 former West Indies cricketers died on the same day, right? Lobby, Thompson, Ronald.
Ian
Same day,
Guyana.
Joe Solomon, you would know, for people who know history, the 1960 tie test, he was the one who effected the run out that had the tie test match. You remember that, Thompson? Well, you follow cricket history, Ronald. 1960 in Australia. In fact, that was the year when Frank Warren, I think, was the captain. And
1960, that's before my time, Sibu.
Yeah, but you read about history. Yeah.
Yes.
And then Clyde Butts. But this is the one that hit me hard. I'll tell you why. First of all, when I got the message about Free last Friday, I just got about Sibo, Clyde Ball has passed. Now, when you hear somebody has passed, you associate with some illness. So then 2 hours later, I got the thing and I'm seeing the video where this big truck hit Clyde directly on his side, dead on the spot. And you know, Clyde Butts and I, the team that won the World Cup, the women 2016, it was Clyde Butts and I that selected that team. In fact, I was not a appointed selector yet. But the other selectors, Brown and it was Robert Haynes, they were elsewhere. So the West Indies board asked me, Butts and I went Grenada for 3 weeks, living side by side, 2 hotels, and he was very nice. We were good in touch, and that really hit me hard when I saw that. I said, what? Couldn't believe that. He was buried today, in fact. Yeah, Clyde Butts, and I really felt it when I saw that, when I heard he died. And he's a guy, I would say, nice guy. He was good to me. We were good together, and I really felt it for him. And I want to condolences to his family, man. It was really a tough one.
Wow. Yes. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Sibo, indeed. And somebody, and then so unfortunate the way he died.
In fact, I sent the video to Ronald. In fact, if you see it on his side, you could, when you saw him still lying down dead in the vehicle, a big, huge truck with sand that came and hit him on his
Cloud
side
into
too.
him.
And
Yeah.
he was a Guyanese.
Yeah, yeah. He played here
Yeah.
in 1980. In fact, he got
In
me
the
out,
Gardens.
caught by Roger Harper at Square for 88. I remember that clearly.
Yeah.
He got right in the Windsor Park here. He and Roger, Clive Lloyd was there, Farrell Backus, all these guys. We have a call on the line. I think we can take him.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was sad to see Clyde Butts going. Yeah. Good night, caller.
Good night, gentlemen. Sebastian is taking out from my mouth. And also another guy in the speaker, passed away, Joe Solomon.
Well, I just said
he
that
spoke
here.
about that.
I
From
just said
Guyana.
that here. Well, he was a selector when I played. I was in the selector when I played for the Common Island. Joe Solomon was a selector. He died in the States, in fact. That's where he lived.
So he played, Clive Butts played, he had his debut in 1985 against New Zealand.
Caller, you still there? No, he's left.
No.
Yeah, go on, Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I was talking about his debut in 1985 against New Zealand. And then he last played for West Indies in January of 1988 against India.
Who's that Clyde Butts?
Clyde
Butts,
Butts,
yeah.
But
We have another caller. Hold on. Good night, caller. Hello?
Yeah, good evening to Local Sebastian.
Yes, sir.
This is the man himself. I want
How
to
are
say good
you?
evening to Mr. Thompson Fountain and
Good
Mr.
evening, good evening.
Mr. Emmanuel and the man himself.
Yeah, how are you doing? How are you?
I'm okay. When I come in, I was listening to the sports rap again with Peter Litter. I would like to know in case he mentioned about the Fube brothers who was interested in table tennis in Dominica, if this table tennis tournament going to name after them, or they're going to have a silent memory because they lost their life during Maria in the river at Barbasket. I would like to know.
You mean Fube? What's it?
The Fube brothers. The Fube brothers.
Yeah.
The fireman. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
correct. You played
Yeah.
very good tennis.
Top
The
class
bigger brother,
tennis.
not the smaller brother.
Billy, the smaller brother of Billy. Billy
The
didn't
smaller
play
was Billy.
tennis. Yeah.
Billy never played tennis.
No.
But the bigger one,
Yeah.
the fireman played some good tennis.
Man himself, well,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's listening, so probably he can. I'm sure he's listening. You still there?
think he's left, but we
He's-
have,
he's
yeah,
gone.
we have another
We have
call.
another caller. Good night.
Hey, good night, Chibo.
Hi, how are you, man?
Good night, Mr.
Lander.
My good partner. And then Emmanuel Douglas.
Lobby.
Yeah, how are you? How are you
Yeah.
doing?
I cool. Since what I wanted to call to talk about something about the Pottersville Savannah, Sibo.
Go on, make your point.
Sibo, you pass there lately.
Every day I pass there.
Sibo, them man take a quarter of Pottersville Savannah and put some kind of big piece of concrete on it. A playing field that produces so much national player, both football and cricket for Dominica. And then man just, but that's right we do.
I
You're not
think,
supposed to keep
it's,
like that.
I think it's probably buildings for, buildings for the
You
buildings.
had all men like Lemetoki, you had Lemetoki, you had his brother Osborne, you had all this kind of guy, you had that guy with the supermarket down
Moving, that's the moving for the state as well.
You have
Moving.
Moving Durham. Yeah.
Just name them.
Well, we have two practice
In our
pitches here.
glory days.
Celtic.
Celtic glory
We
days.
have two practice pitches down there.
We
And the man
practice.
just take a big piece of concrete and take a quarter of that and go with that.
Well, anything goes here in this place.
Yes, anything goes in
Anything goes in Dominica.
The
Yeah.
guy from Pottersville, and when I see that, it really hurt me. All man like Franklin Thomas, in the Marcanville we're talking about there. You know, we're always talking about Marcanville. This Pottersville Savannah project, all this guy there, Afanesi, all this guy there.
But
Man,
did you do any
you're
form
not
of
supposed- You're not
protest?
supposed to do anything like
Did you put a placard on the wire? Did you do any form of protest?
No, I will. I haven't seen that yet. Anyhow, take it. Anyhow,
I mean, it is really shameful. I mean, couldn't they have built anywhere else? Couldn't they have
But
put
there's a lot of space there. I mean, up on the top, there's a lot of space.
Yeah.
In fact, well, we don't know what they're going to do there, Thompson.
Well,
we don't know.
I suspect it's the home for the builders of this school.
We don't
I think
even
that's the
know.
most likely thing. But to take away the playing area and you're building the school, which means they're going to need this area. The kids are going to need this area to play, and to take it away like this, I don't.
In fact, I said from the start that I hope they give them a state-of-the-art playing field there. Because if you're going to build a school, they need to have proper facilities. And right on the main road there, everybody's in there. What better way to give a state-of-the-art playing field? That's what you want to see there.
Tibo,
Yes, Lobby?
do not forget, Sebastian, that we lost grammar school ground. It's the same thing. The ground was paved also. It's been paved. So it is a pattern.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we don't know. We don't know what's happening. We have another caller, Lobby. Good night. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Caller, go ahead. You're listening to your.
Stop listening to your radio. Good night, caller. Good night. Stop listening to your radio.
Yes, hello. Are you listening to me?
We're listening to you, but stop listening to your radio. We're hearing you. Make your point.
Caller? All right, seems you have lost them.
Yeah. But
you-
you see the situation with Butts as you raised that about he's a Guyanese, and you've got a very critical situation now between Guyana and Venezuela. And our prime minister was the chairman of CARICOM.
Not was, is.
He is the chairman of CARICOM. And what he has done, you have Ralph Gonzalez, who is chairman of CELAC. CELAC is the Community of Latin America and the Caribbean States. And Comrade Ralph has taken a critical position where he has brought together the Guyanese and the Venezuelans to discuss the matter in St. Vincent. And he's invited our prime minister, who is the chairman of CARICOM, to attend the meeting. How could that not be a joint collaboration between the chairman of CARICOM and the chairman of CELAC? But I hope that can be resolved, because we don't want that situation in our region. We do not want that situation of warfare in our region.
We want peace, not war. That's what we want. Peace and well, Venezuela's aggression could prove their downfall. That's the only thing I'll say, because the United States would not sit idly by and see that happen. So it would not be in Venezuela's interest to try anything stupid, honestly.
Yeah, but Sibo, come back to the quickly.
Yeah.
Clyde Butts, I'm sure you probably knew that.
Mhm.
He has the distinction of being the only cricketer to get married on the day off of a test match.
In Guyana?
Yes, he got married during the second test, was in the second test against New Zealand in Georgetown, Guyana in April 1985.
Yeah. But as I said, I really felt sorry for him. I mean, both of the good guy.
He was also
He was a chairman of selector for about 6 years.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm telling you. I selected him. I wasn't an appointed selector yet when we selected the team that won the 2016 World Cup. Because Brown was a selector and Robert Haynes. But I think the under-19 tournament was going on, so they had to be there. So the board asked me to be there with him. We were there for 3 weeks, living in our rooms just side by side. And in fact, I'll tell you what, when I got there, because he asked me, I'll tell you what, a personal thing, how much money you're paying me. So I told him, and he felt, no, that wasn't right. And he took up the case and got something very substantial for me. I could never forget that. Yeah, he took up the case and said, no, what they're doing is wrong. And they have to pay you this and pay you that. And I didn't forget that. And, Clyde
he was also bowler. He was an open bat.
In fact, he took a lot of wickets in regional cricket. You remember he and Roger Harper, they played together, and Clyde Lloyd, Farouk Bacchus, all these guys. So when you see the video, man, Thompson, you feel for it. You see the guy lying down there, dead in a car, man, dead in a car. Yeah, but we have to talk about the West Indies, guys, because time is running out. We have a caller. Let's take the caller. Good night.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, good evening, Sibo.
Hi, good evening.
Lander.
Good evening.
Ruby.
Hey, how are you?
Go on. Don't listen to your radio. Don't listen to your radio.
Yes. I need to comment the program.
Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, man? Go on, yeah.
I say I want to comment the program. It's a good
well, go ahead, but don't listen to your radio because I think you're listening to your radio. Go on, make your point.
Oh, it's late.
Yeah, put up the radio. Okay, go on now. Make your point. Don't listen to your radio. Okay. Anyway, thanks, because you listen to your radio.
Hello.
Yeah, go on now. Make your point. Don't listen to your radio. Hello. We have to move on. Yeah, we have to move.
We have to move on.
We have to move. Before we take the cricket, did you follow the NBA in-season tournament, Thompson Lobby? You would have followed that?
I did.
Well, I watched the final last Saturday. Look, what I want to talk about, you know what was the prize money?
No.
Each player in the Lakers team got $500,000 for winning that in-season tournament. $500,000. In fact, that is probably the biggest prize I've heard on any team where prize money been. Each player last year got $500,000 for winning the in-season tournament. They beat Indiana Pacers last Saturday night. I watched that game.
Wow.
Yeah, the Lakers won it.
That is big.
LeBron James, yeah.
That is
The coaches too. The coach got $500,000 as well.
Yeah. But talking about money, probably the biggest played athlete, the highest paid athlete.
The Japanese.
The Japanese.
Shoaib Ohtani.
Million.
Yes.
$700,000 for 10 years.
Million, bro.
700 million, sorry. For 10 years.
What's what he plays?
He plays baseball. He's a pitcher who is also a hitter.
He's supposed to be a phenom.
Yeah.
One of the greatest ever. And guy,
700
and the thing is,
biggest contract.
Not even
in
the
sport.
American greats got that kind of you know, when you think
He's a
of
Japanese.
the greats, you have the great American baseball players. I mean,
$700 million. His contract. In fact, the Dodgers signed him. Magic Johnson, as you know, has a share in that team. Magic Johnson, great basketball player, has a share in the Dodgers franchise. So
but imagine the pressure if this guy does not win. It's
I
the same
know,
pressure
man.
that was on Neymar. When
Neymar, yeah, you're right.
PSG, you know, basically he had to perform, and then in the end he did not, and you know, Messi as well. So yeah, it's quite something.
We have a caller. Good night.
Sibo,
Yes.
that is just spending money, you know. That is have nothing to do with your contract, because all the players have a personal contract, 2 years, 1 year for how much $1 million.
I know that. That's what I said. I said the prize money. That's what I said. I never said. If you listen to what I said the prize money.
He said for winning.
I understand what you said. I tell you, the in-season tournament, that's just additional cash. That's just a side show. Because you have the personal contract you're paying for. I understand what you said.
Who do you support in the NBA?
I'm a Lakers fan, you know, boy.
Well, we also had to the big news where Draymond Green, the guy for the Golden State Warriors, has been suspended indefinitely. He's been suspended indefinitely. He struck a guy again on 2 days ago in a match against the Clippers. He's something else. Suspended. We have another caller. Good night.
Hello.
Hello. Good night.
Ronnie. Ronnie, especially I want to talk to.
Ronnie?
Landa.
Ronnie, this is married.
Ronnie Landa.
Go on, listen, go on.
Tell them to fix High Street Court. Your little group is still there playing.
Well, he's hearing you.
Okay, Ronnie.
Okay.
Advertise for us, and we want to tell them to fix High Street Court.
Carlos and the
We're still
group.
playing tennis there.
All right. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we are talking about the West Indies now, eh?
Well, can you get the score? Australia is also playing.
Oh, yes,
Pakistan.
that's free. Well, I called my partner last night. He told him after me match started. He told me that's too late for him. I told him, but you know, David Warner, with all the, you know, Mitchell Johnson last week came out and was saying that Warner doesn't merit the special treatment and because he wants to retire on his own terms. He answered him last night.
Big time.
164 last night. Yeah, he answered him last
It's
night.
amazing. Every time Warner is under pressure, he scores big. Incredible.
But not only that, what's incredible, he has a very good record. 2,600,
Yes.
and it average, healthy average in the mid-40s. So, I mean, the guy has done well. He has done very well, David Warner. Yeah, but Australia, what, 338 for 5 at the close?
346.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Pakistan have the good comment for that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, West Indies.
Yeah, well, West Indies won today, and we have to, well, they're 2-0 up. And today, I mean, we saw Russell didn't bowl very well at all. And that's my only concern with the West Indies, this T20 team, the bowling.
True.
The bowling to me is very suspect, that team, our bowling. I mean, Moti bowled extremely well today.
Oh, Moti's a very good player.
4 overs for what, 9
Moti's a very
runs
good player.
or 11 runs, bowled extremely well. But I'm worried about our bowling.
But because Moti and Hakim was saying,
Hakim, yeah.
Hakim, the two spinners, so you think it's a good idea to play two
Well,
spinners?
to me, I always feel you pick your best bowlers. If your best bowlers are fast bowlers, pick them. That's me personally. So there's nothing wrong in playing two left-arm spinners if they're bowling well. There's nothing wrong with that. And like I'm still worried because Azari Joseph picks up wickets, but it's all
Too expensive,
his
man.
economy
Very
rate
loose
in
ball.
all formats is very high. The economy rate.
He's got to work
So,
on that.
Yeah. So
What about Holder? What is Holder in the West Indies team?
Well, you know,
Holder's plateaued off at a low level. He had so much potential.
well, the problem with Holder now, in fact, if you notice now, they didn't accept the contract because he said, here it is, you know, because he's looking at to be on the T20 circuit. But I think he's making a mistake because his 220, no, but his 220 cricket is not the best to me. And you look at his bowling, his batting as well has dropped. Yeah.
He's plateaued off at a low level. Another fella is Carl Myers.
Well, he too, again, he didn't accept the contract.
No, I think Carl Myers is going through a phase. I still like Carl Myers. My real concern on this team, is Shimon.
Hetmeyer needs some.
But I think Carl Myers have some in himself.
Hetmeyer needs a break, man. Hetmeyer hasn't scored. In fact, Guyana almost dropped him.
Happened there. What happened there? See anybody? Not seen anybody there, no? I don't know what the hell happened there. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there, no? I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what happened there, no?